4 times y times z, the entire thing cubed. Jenny has an idea.
Okay.
But I want to hear from Nick.
Oh, okay.
Do like all of them times 3.
Not times 3.
To the third power.
The third power, thank you. Please be very precise how you say that. So that's 4 to the third power times y to the third power times z to the third power.
If I look at z.
It is. Sometime next week, I will give you some idea of what numbers I think are reasonable to ask you to know. Okay? For example, 5 to the 10th power, I just said I didn't even want you to think about. But 4 cubed? What's 4 times 4?
12.
16.
Oh, 16.
Wow. Okay, thank you, Jordan, for reaffirming my faith in people's ability to multiply. What's 16 times 4?
40, no.
64.
64, very good. So this is 64 y to the third power, z to the third power. I went ahead and took the 4 cubed and worked it out. Why not? I know it. Okay? We'll start playing around with this, and I'll pick a point where it's like below a certain number I expect you to know it, and above a certain number I expect you to know it. You know what I mean? 5 to the 10th, don't even think about stuff like that. Those numbers are huge. We'll talk about how huge those numbers get later, and how quickly they get huge.
Mr. Belleville just ran out of battery.
How dying is it? Okay, real quick, let me do this one while we have tape. Negative 2w to the, I'm going to get to the third power. Change it up a little bit. Okay? So now what I have here is negative 2 to the third power times w to the third power. Negative 2 to the third power is one I'd expect you to know.
Negative 8.
Negative 8, very good. It's negative 2 times negative 2, which is positive 4, times negative 2 again, which means this is negative 8 w to the third power. Okay? The book mixes and matches them. I'll try and get one more example in of all of them mixed and matched, and then I'll go recharge the camera for 7th period. I think I have my other camera with me. It's not in Jenny's planner. It's right here. 4x squared y whole thing to the third power times x to the 5th.
Oh.
Jenny, first move.
Okay, so your first move is going to be distributing the exponent to the 4, the x, and the y, except for
X squared.
X squared, except for because the x already has 1, you have to multiply those.
Okay, I'm going to show that step next. And I'm just going to bring down the x to the 5th now.
And then so it's going to be 4 to the third times x to the 6th times y to the third times x to the 5th.
Good.
And then,
very good. Now, Jenny thinks she sees one more step. What is that step?
And then you have the 2 x's, so you have to combine those, and that's going to be 4 to the third times x to the 11th times y to the third.
Very good, Jenny. That's all correct. This is what we just did. You distribute this exponent to each of the factors inside here. Remember, that only works if it's all multiplication. If there's any addition or subtraction in there, you can't do it. We're going to learn something else for that. After you're done working with all that, you get the 4 cubed, x to the 6th, y cubed, times x to the 5th. Then you notice that you have 2 of the same bases down here, the x's. And if you have 2 things with the same base, 2 factors with the same base being multiplied together, you add their exponents, and 6 plus 5 is 11. I think it's reasonable, since we did 4 cubed over there, to remember that 4 cubed is 64 x to the 11th y cubed, and that's simplest form. It's kind of a judgment call when you leave it as 4 cubed and when you change it to 64. Kind of depends on how good you are with this stuff. No, not really. Thanks for asking. And then, like if this again, we're 5 to the 10th. For God's sake, leave it as 5 to the 10th. Okay? The homework tonight is...
Shall I stop it?
No, let's make sure let's have this on it just in case anyone needs to check. Homework tonight is
We don't have school Monday.
page 453. Page 453, 1 through 21.
Are you gonna put it up on the
Is
web?
this all exponents?
Oh, yep.
It
You
should
are.
be easy
And you guys know my superstition about that.
Yeah.
Jordan, if you blow off your homework for the weekend because you assume we'll be closed Monday, what's going to happen?
We're gonna have school.
No, we'll be here.
Oh, yeah.
We'll open on time. Okay?
Homework.
Yeah, so do your homework for Monday, and then maybe we'll get a snow day.
Can I stop it?
Yes.